everybody. So, wasn't really able to trade today, but wanted to go ahead and still send out a video here, kind of going over what I'm seeing, what we talked about on Saturday or Friday night when I sent out that weekly overview video. So on ES, I'm not really seeing any kind of patterns play out on this hourly time frame. I'm not really going to get too in depth into anything. We did have these price targets set here. We had major support here at 2168, something at 2173, 2175, and 2183. We also talked about this 2181 line here, which you can really see. Today, which is just right here. We really just bounced in this zone, hitting these support levels really, really nicely. So, first rejecting off 2181, 2175, 2183, now 2173, 2181 again, 2175. So we're in this really, really tight channel. And, these are still the key, support and resistance lines to really watch for. We got an hourly EMA cross here. But really, we're not getting anything major here. We're talking about you get a nice, almost 10-point move, which we did almost get, this morning. But so kind of seeing where this one goes. We got the cross at 2179. Might get this bust above 2183 to go test 2186. So something to keep an eye on, but really nothing major going on here. Are really consolidating really nicely, so that might mean we get a leg up here. Getting really good volume, really good consolidation here in this very tight, $6 range pretty much that we got going on. All right, let's go ahead and move on to Facebook. So again, these I haven't changed anything from my last video. Kind of had this, descending wedge here, channel, whatever you want to call it. With the really nice bounces off of these, bottom trend line and rejecting on the, upper trend. We did have a very nice breakout today, but once again we had these, resistance price targets that we had on Friday that I put in here, and we rejected pretty well at 21 or 124.48. We did get a little bit of movement above there, but very little price action in those ranges. We came right back below and rejected again of 124.48. We did get a pre-market test of about 123, which is that line that we talked about watching for a nice bounce. You can see we got the hourly cross of the EMA lines right here, and that's really something to be watching for, these pre-market moves, leaning up into 9:30. Especially with Netflix and Facebook, and kind of get an idea of which way we're about to go. So, like we said, you always get this nice dip in the morning, or a real quick morning move on Facebook, and it kind of putters out, going into the afternoon. If you look at this, 5-minute time frame, we get these massive moves, right here in the morning, here in the morning, here again. We did get some real big upside. But that was Wednesday with the market move last week. SPY bouncing off that double bottom at 217. But it really looks like every morning up until about 11, we get a big, nice, real quick move, and from there it really just consolidates. A little bit of price action, but unless you're playing in the money for really big money scalps, really nothing to do. So I think Facebook is going to be a 9:30 to 11 o'clock trade, and after that, kind of see what's going on with the rest of the market, and don't really try to force anything there. We are outside of this range, but we still got this 124.48 line to watch for. So we can come back into this range here, or we can start using this as support, but it will be descending down, so we could see a nice move, support kind of starting to form this 123.50 area. All right, moving on to let's go ahead and look at VRX. I know a couple people are in this. As Tim pointed out today in chat, we do have a nice double top here at 3150 area, and you can see, we had these massive upside moves. The next day, it really falls off on big volume. Granted, this was off of some news about some investigations they were under, but kind of looking at these support and resistance lines, today we went right through two of them to come back to us this double top here at 3150. So what we're kind of seeing is RSI is not terribly high, but we're on the 5-minute chart. So if we take a look at the hourly time frame, RSI is looking about 68. So we're getting to that overbought range here. Looking for a breakdown below this 8-day exponential moving average to go test, which just happens to be right at 30.42, which is the support line I drew in here. That's the 21-day EMA, and then from there we can fall through and go test the 29.50, which is kind of the range that consolidated in 29.50 to 28.50. Looking back Thursday after that sell-off, and then all day Friday. So you're gonna have some volume in there. They're gonna look to back test that probably, and then go from there. Now we did get a gap fill. I saw when I posted a video today on VRX this morning. So kind of look for. We do have these volume spikes in the morning in this 30.50 to 29.50 range. So that's probably going to be your exit on those 29 puts that we got for expiration of this week. Next, we can go ahead and look at Netflix. Didn't change anything up here either. We had this wedge, this rising wedge here. We fell out of it today, and we rejected this 96.15, which I drew in on Friday, and then we came down and found support at 95.12. We tried to back test here, rejecting at the 21 EMA in this what was the lower trend line, which will now kind of be a resistance as we move forward. This, you can see, we pretty much followed this 21 EMA all day long, and it just could not get above it. So that's gonna be something to watch for going into tomorrow and overnight, and see, can it get above it, and can it use it as support, and then can it go back test this what was the lower trend line or support while it was in this wedge. If it does break below 95.12, 95.15 area, we are going to probably go see 94.35, 94.30, kind of see how that reacts, and that might be a good place to get long for a nice 30% move on a intraday scalp. Next, moving on, we'll go ahead and take a look at the last one, which will be Apple. And with this still, I had it falling out of this rising channel here, and from there today, it really just used that rejection of 109.56 pre-market, and from there just sold off, trying to hold support at 108.60, and falling from there perfectly to our 107.84. These price targets right here, support resistance, I haven't touched from Friday night. I haven't even changed the graph or chart. And so really try to get some time to work on learning how to draw these support and resistance lines. It's not hard, and like I said, I haven't touched the thing, and I could have traded specifically off of these support lines that I drew on Friday. So something to look for, something to try to kind of figure out, and it will be a great tool for you guys if you can take some time, ask us some questions. But that is almost perfect, and that's what you want to be able to get to, and just strictly be able to use these charts and get rid of all the noise going on. So for Apple, once again, just like kind of Netflix, we had this sell-off in the morning, and then it trying to bounce, hitting what was support. Now is going to be resistance at 108.60. And we also have it following the EMA trend of the 21-day exponential moving average. It's going to be a look, as we go into tomorrow. Can it get above it, and can it get above 108.60? If it can, see if a backtest happens to build up some consolidation and some support at this range again here, and then see if we can get a backtest of 109.56. If that does fail and we continue to reject the 21 EMA, really looking for 107.84 to break. If that does break, let's see what we got here. if that does break, we got the next support I see kind of coming in is going to be around 106.90. Real support going to be around 106.15. So once again, as we talked about, a really tight range here. But if we do see a break below 107.84 or a rejection again of 108.60, that will be your signal to get into 109 or 108 puts and kind of ride it out and see if we can find some kind of support at these ranges and just really kind of trade the chart. Apple, like we talked about, really tight range, so just trade accordingly to that. And actually, I think I drew one up for Alibaba here for us. Actually, yep. So no real chart pattern, but you can definitely see after we had this massive rip after their earnings, we've had a really tough time getting over 97 and sustaining it. We had a little bit of support going on here for the past couple days at 96.30, and then today, we fell below it and found some support at 94.82, 95 on Alibaba. And once again, it's really following on the hourly chart, this 21 EMA. So kind of watch for this, add it to your charts, and see what's going on. Technically, we should get a nice bounce. We're getting oversold here on Alibaba, but really want to see these technical indicators, see if it can get above this 21 EMA, and if it can, let's look for a back test of 96.30 as a spot to kind of figure out, are you going to get long here, which with potential upside of 97.11 and up to 97.90, 98, or are you going to see if it fails at 96.30 and get short some 96 or 95 puts and ride it into 95, and then eventually what's going to really happen is probably going to see 93. So guys, that's what I got for you today. Like always, let me know if you have any questions, concerns. Go ahead and private message me, and we'll see you in chat tomorrow. All right, take it easy, everyone.